everybody, welcome to 2015 Real Grids. We have Lewis Hamilton on pole from Nico Rosberg here in Australia, and we're about to get underway, and there we go, the Mercedes are away well, not the best of camera angles, can't see where Nico is, he is behind Lewis set to hold on to the lead down into turn one, I believe, and you've got Vettel and Ricciardo, both already ahead of Felipemassa, who started third on the grid, but has not made a particularly great start in that Williams, and Massa is down by 2 positions as Nico Rosberg comes for a look at Lewis Hamilton. Sebastian Vettel is right there with them as well, so this is going to be a good little battle through the early stages. You can see, looking back, Maldonado up in the 10th place there, trying to fight off Max Verstappen, and there we go, we have Vettel is really applying pressure to Nico Rosberg already. Sebastian Vettel wants to get a win on his Ferrari debut, but those Mercedes, are fast, and Lewis Hamilton leading the race at the moment, not appearing to have that much pace though, and Nico Rosberg is all over him, and Sebastian Vettel behind, and even Daniel Ricciardo cannot be counted out completely in this, his home Grand Prix, as Nico Rosberg comes for another look at Lewis Hamilton, applying all sorts of pressure, and Lewis is offline a bit here, and Nico can now get a run, and he's going to get a run, and Rosberg goes through and into the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton is now going to have to regroup and hope that Sebastian Vettel doesn't come at him from behind. Daniel Ricciardo is still in the mix. Kimiraikkonen there in the background is now ahead of Felipemassa, so Massa has dropped from third on the grid down to 6th. I guess that Williams just doesn't have the race pace to match the qualifying speed right now. But look at Vettel, because Vettel is launching an attack at Lewis Hamilton, but Hamilton at the same time is going to launch an attack on Nico Rosberg. So will these positions change? We've seen it before, where a position changes and then changes back. But Sebastian Vettel will be applying a very much welcome complication for fans who don't just want to see pure Mercedes domination, and Vettel again, that could have been an incident. Hamilton pulling out quite late, but Vettel still there, and Sainz still in 7th. He's ahead of Romaingrosjean, and then it's Felipemassa and Maldonado. And look at Grosjean. Well, that was a bit cheeky, but a great bit of opportunism. Sainz a bit slow on the outside, and left the tiniest little space, and Grosjean took it. Rosberg continues to lead. There's Hamilton, and Vettel still in 3rd place, but oh no, he's off. Vettel pulling off, and I think there we go, suspension issue for Sebastian Vettel. What a shame, he was so keen to win his debut for Ferrari, but it's certainly not going to happen now. Can Lewis Hamilton, now he's freed up from the pressure of Vettel behind him, Raikkonen is still closer than Ricciardo. Can Lewis Hamilton switch things around and get back into the lead? And look at Raikkonen coming for it on Daniel Ricciardo, and I think Ricciardo's got a problem. Ricciardo has got a problem, he is slowing down massively. Might be a similar issue to Vettel's actually, and is that going to affect anybody coming through? Well, we can't afford to look, because we have got to watch this battle for the leader. Coming to the last corner, Hamilton thinking about having a look, and then I think if he'd committed, a touch. I think if Hamilton had committed first time, that might have actually worked. But Nico Rosberg is slowing, he's slowing, and Hamilton goes through, and it's also opened the opportunity potentially for Kimiraikkonen to have a look, but I think Hamilton will hold on. He does hold on. Raikkonen 2nd, and Massa, thanks to the misfortune of Vettel, Ricciardo and Rosberg, finds his way back onto that podium that he'd been shuffled off and further away from throughout the race. Felipemassa does take 3rd place here in Melbourne. Well, what an exciting close to the race. Totally didn't expect that. So Lewis Hamilton wins, Kimiraikkonen 2nd, and Felipemassa 3rd. We've got a lot of replays to now get through, and look, there is Vettel from Vettel's point of view. Now here is Ricciardo getting passed by Kimiraikkonen, and I can tell you now, the order actually changed a lot in the top 10 in the closing stages. I'm not sure if it was Ricciardo or Rosberg that delayed them, or whether something else happened. Look, there goes Grosjean through, and Grosjean up in a 4th place, and I can tell you for a fact that Grosjean didn't finish there, and you're going to see how very soon. But here it is, so Rosberg slowing down, Hamilton and Raikkonen are past him, Massa gets past him easy enough, and Rosberg, his engine is going, he's just trying to get it over the line, but you can see there Romaingrosjean is completely boxed in and can't go anywhere, and actually Sainz, for some inexplicable reason, tries to tuck in and ends up behind Grosjean, which gives the position to his teammate Max Verstappen, who Sainz had actually outperformed all weekend. but it's Max Verstappen who takes the 5th place in the race. So, a little bit of chaos at the end of this Grand Prix, but it does end up with Lewis Hamilton winning the Grand Prix, Kimiraikkonen 2nd, Felipemassa 3rd, Felipe Nasr 4th on his debut, Max Verstappen 5th on his debut, Danny Kvyat in 6th to Red Bull, so behind those two, and then Nico Rosberg does hold on just to claim 6 points for 7th, and still ended up ahead of romaingrosjean, who never got out of his boxed-in situation until after they crossed the line. Then Hülkenberg and Sainz completing the top 10. So the championship then stands with Lewis Hamilton ahead of Kimi Raikkonen and Massa. So all set up very well, but I'm sure that Nico Rosberg will be looking to come back, and considering the pace that Sebastian Vettel had, where he was harrying the Mercedes right until his car let him down, I'm sure that Sebastian Vettel will be back as well. The constructors, Mercedes, thanks to getting 2 cars in the points, do have a little bit extra over Ferrari and Williams. Sauber ahead of Tororosso. Tororosso and Mercedes, the only teams to get 2 cars in the points. So all that remains to say is, if you have enjoyed watching this, please remember to like and subscribe. Subscribing is free and it really helps the channel out. Also feel free to drop a comment on this video, let me know what you thought of this race, and to check out some more of my content. I'll see you soon, take care,